it's J-Rod with Jrods Garage. Ever since the 90s, being a kid, I fantasized over some of these great 90s Japanese imports. They had things that the Lamborghinis and Ferraris didn't of the day. Twin turbo, all-wheel drive, they made as much if not more horsepower. They had quicker quarter mile and 0 to 60 times. These are the cars that drew me to cars. Things like the Motor Trend issue here, July 1993. This magazine always kind of stuck out to me. They took all those cars, the 300ZX, the NSX, the Supra, 3000 GT, and the RX-7, and they put them all together in a controlled environment with professional drivers. They all went up against each other to see what was the best car of the time. The 300ZX had been out the longest. They came out in 1989, so you didn't get the Supra till 93, you didn't get the RX-7 in 93, 3000 GT in 91, as well as the NSX. But all these cars were entering the US market at that time and changing the way car guys seen imports. Before that, you had the 5.0 Fox body, you had the IROC Z, maybe a Grand National. Those were the king. Come early 90s, the 3000 GT, the Supra, the NSX, the RX-7, those were the cars you seen out on Friday night parked at the Sonic Cruise In. Those are the cars that people were drawn to because they were whooping up on those 5.0 Mustangs. People didn't know what the hell a rotary was in 1993 when the RX-7 came out. What's a rotor? Where's the pistons and valves? Where's the crankshaft? They didn't know anything about that stuff. So the Japanese completely changed the car culture in the early 90s when they came out with all these great cars. So I wanted to recreate this exact magazine, so I got all these cars and we found them in almost completely virgin stock forms, and then we went modified. Now granted, we didn't go crazy 1,000 wheel horsepower plus modified. We wanted daily driver cars that made 500 to 700 horsepower in the modified class, and then we wanted as stock as we could. So, E85 small single turbo and a fuel system, and maybe a standalone ECU. No big pro mod turbos, automatic transmission swaps, nitrous. We wanted cars that guys drive A to B, to work, to fun, to dinner, that make 500 to 700 horsepower. To show the world what technology has done for these amazing 90s cars. Billet wheel turbo, ethanol fuel, standalone engine management systems. The technology as we go forward is changing our world to the point where these 90s supercars with simple bolt-ons are competing with the brand new cars. The brand new Coyote Mustang, phenomenal car. You can buy a brand new Coyote Mustang, it almost runs 10s out of the box. Granted, these cars are 20 years old, 6-cylinder and twin turbo for the most part. You've got to have a little bit of technology on our sides, but you can take a stock Supra, stock. Throw a turbo, fuel system, E85 and a clutch probably in it, and the car will trap 140. It's insane. There's been guys make over 1,000 wheel horsepower on the stock 2JZ. They overbuilt those cars to the point where they were destined to be icons. Growing up in the 90s, we played games like Gran Turismo in the late 90s when the PlayStation 1 came out, and it put us able to go in there and drive the GTO, aka the 3000 GT, the HKS Drag Skyline, the Supra, the Integra Type R, all those great cars, as well as like the Le Mans cars, but I wasn't playing those. I was playing the 3000 GT and the Supra because I tell you what, the modified GTO in that game was the fastest car in the game, so it whooped up on everybody. But those are the things that drew me to these cars. So fast forward 20 years, we're going to show what technology has done and how these cars have stood up over the test of time, because some of these cars are stock, like paper filter stock, so I'm really anxious to see what the amateur driver in non-ideal conditions on a non-prep surface will yield. So please stay tuned. This is something that's very dear to my heart. I think it's going to be really cool for you guys to see. If you like 90s cars, you like JDM car culture, be sure to follow because this is going to be epic.